All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Taylor with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today we're going to go over navigating command or command overview. If I could just have one or two of you throw in the chat if you can hear me okay, and if you can see my screen, that would be great, just to make sure. Wonderful, thank you so much. All right. Feel free as we go to throw questions in the chat, and I'm going to do my best to watch that and answer as we go along. We'll also revisit any questions I missed at the end of class. You can also email us at support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'd be happy to answer your questions or help troubleshoot something if you feel it's not working properly. First thing we're going to do is log into agent.kw.com. And that's what this screen is, the command home screen. And we're going to enter our username. It usually has something to do with your name and then maybe a number. And this field is not case sensitive. And then we're going to enter our password here and then sign in. And that's going to drop us to our home screen in command. We're just going to breeze through everything pretty quickly, and just know that if you want additional classes on any of these applets or how to work through them more, we do have additional classes that you can find on our calendar, or you can find them on our YouTube channel. Sorry about that. All righty. So first thing is our home screen. You are able to customize home. So if you do that, you'll see that you can have all of these additional applets or widgets linked, and you can rearrange this for however you feel is going to be most productive for you. And as soon as you rearrange that and hit apply, you'll notice that those switched. And I'm just going to breeze through what each of these are. So tasks, these are your reminders for either contacting your database, or if you have opportunities in your pipeline, these are your reminders for helping you through the process. You do have a notepad section here, so any notes that you want to have visible when you log in next time can go here. You do have a goals section here so that you can keep track of where you're at with your yearly goals. And I'll show you where on the report section later you can enter those so that you can keep track. Here you have recent leads. So any leads that come in through your consumer site or your app, or if you have any ads going out to social media, anything like that, and you get a lead from it, you'll have a notification on this section, as well as a little notification up here on the bell icon. Here you have a database health record, so you can see where in your database you have less information. This maybe gives you a reason to reach out to your database. Have another touch with those that you've worked with. Here you have a designs update. So this is just a release from KWRI. whenever they add new designs to the designs applet, they give you kind of a sneak peek here. And same thing with product updates. This is them letting you know what it is that they've updated to command recently within the platforms. And you can also look at what they are working on next. And then again, if you customize home and you maybe don't necessarily care about the KWRI pieces or any other reminders here, and apply, and then all of those disappeared and you just have what you left checked. All right. Next, over here in the upper right-hand corner, we have a link to the marketplace. It looks like someone is wanting to see the customize home again, I believe. So using this button in the upper right-hand corner for customize home, you can check or uncheck any of these that you want to see when you log in on your home screen, and you can readjust them here. And once you hit apply, those changes will update. Moving back now to the upper right-hand corner, we have the marketplace link. So this will take you into the marketplace where you can upgrade your services or pay for additional services that link to command or through the KW system. The most common one that we see is if you're going to upgrade your Twilio or subscribe to Twilio, you can do that through the marketplace. Here you have your notification icon. So if you have a new lead come in, or a message for compliance, or a message through your consumer app from someone that's already registered as a client, you'll have that notification here with a little red dot. We're going to come back to our name and drop down, but we're going to hop over to this question mark with a circle, and I'm going to zoom in just a bit so you can possibly see a little better. But with this question mark, it will pop out help and information. So this will give you a guided tour section that will take you to KW Connect, Keller Williams University. This is also going to take you to KW Connect, just a different section for different resources. Chat with support. So here you have the option to live chat with KW support or leave a message, which will give them a chance to email you back in response to what you're having trouble with. So if you're needing to reach out to KWRI because you feel like something is broken or something might be glitching and you just want someone to look at it, you can always start with us, but if you know that it's a KWRI thing, you can also add that here. And then here you have post an idea. This is going to redirect you to ideas.kw.com. And that's going to give you the option to see ideas that other agents have posted for bettering the command and KW platforms. So you'll see that in each of these sections, there are a ton of options. And you can always vote if you think that something is important. That way KWRI can keep an eye on, you know, different ideas and what the needs are from agents, so that it maybe gets bumped up to their developers quicker. Going back now to our drop down, you have the profile that you're currently in, which you'll see mine is personal. If you are not on a team, this is most likely going to be the only profile that you have. But if you are on a team or maybe on the productivity coaching team within your office, you'll have an additional profile that you can toggle between. And depending on which, profile you're in, you're going to see different reminders. If you go to profile under this dropdown, that's going to take you to your KW Connect profile. Command training, this is another section. Okay, it looks like in the chat there's a question, why is there two profiles? You're not able to merge them into one. So if you're a part of two different offices in different states, you're going to have a different profile, just like honestly, that's going to depend a little bit more on your specifics and whether you're on a team or just in two different market centers. So for that, I'm going to actually say, if you have questions, you can email us so that we can look into your account specifically. I just don't want to get too specific on my answers so that it confuses other people. And I don't want to be too generic as to not help you as well. And then, so command training, this is going to redirect you to KW Connect as well, specifically for command training materials. And we're going to go back into settings so that you can see where all of your integrations are. So this is your main connections page. So here you can just go down the list and see where you have connections. So Facebook, either for post scheduling on your personal page or ads manager on a business page. You'll see any of those, whether they're connected or not. You can also connect if that's not already there. We have a DocuSign connection, Instagram and Twitter. Here you have a section for productivity, so you can connect an account for Keller Covered, your Google Calendar, Gmail, or Office 365. So if you wanted to integrate some of these, you'll have better tracking for communications with your clients or appointments that you've held. For marketing automation, you have your Twitter Ads Manager or Google AdWords account. Email services, so your command email, this is going to reflect how your name and email appears when you're sending your smart plans or campaigns. So under manage, you'll be able to change how your name appears as the sender. And then your reply to email. So when your emails go out from these automated systems, either campaigns or smart plans, the email, sorry, my dog's kind of got the zoomies behind me. The reply to email is going to be what you can update. The email itself will come from agent with a few numbers. It's kind of an automated looking email. However, the reply to email and the way it appears, that's where you can change this. So if you have this drop down, let's say I don't want this email address to be my reply to email, I can look at all of my emails in the drop down. And let's say that the one that I want is not pulling from one of these other areas. You can just add a custom email and type it in right there. This also gives you a link to manage subscription. So if you wanted to upgrade your 5,000 available emails per month, that will redirect you to Marketplace, specifically for upgrading your email, your command mail allotted usage, and give you the options for different pricing. If you have a MailChimp account, you can have that connected here, and your Twilio subscription here as well. So if you have these accounts connected, it's going to help you manage and keep track of certain things more in your reporting, or obviously if you're connecting social media accounts because you're wanting to post there, you'll be able to run those ads or posts through command and include lead gathering information on those ads so that it will track leads coming in. For productivity, if you connect these accounts, again, just helping keep track of things, logging emails and communications with your clients. Connecting these should be rather simple. You mostly just need to enter your login information and then allow Keller Williams to connect to that. If you don't have these accounts or you don't plan on using them, feel free just to ignore them, leave them not connected. Yes, certain services you may have additional fees for. It depends on which accounts you're talking about and which things you're trying to connect. We're going to bounce now over to our connect settings on the left-hand side into our marketing profile. This is going to be where your information is pulling to your website, your app, any designs that you create for emails or any marketing piece that you create through command. This is going to be the information that it's pulling from. So first you have a headshot, and there is a recommended size so that whether it's on your website or creating something in designs, it's not distorting the way your photo looks. Here you have a team logo section. We do recommend, even if you're not on a team, that you have something in this field, simply because when you go to create certain things in designs, it will automatically pull this section for compliance. And there's not necessarily a way to edit that. So if it's not filled with a photo, it will have a broken image icon and look like there's an error. So just to help with that, we recommend either placing a generic KW logo or maybe the realtor logo, just depends on what you're looking for. But that way something is in this section. And if we have time at the end, I will show you where that pulls to so that you can see in real time where that error might occur. For my details, we have your first and last name, a section for your license number, the team that you're on. Again, if you're not on a team, typically this will say either just the office that you're associated with or your name at Keller Williams and then your DBA name. A section for your professional job title. If you have a slogan for your business, this is where you can put that information. If you haven't quite come up with one yet, but you need to update your marketing profile, you can just put a space and it will allow you to save your changes until you can come back and add that. If you have designations or credentials, your military affiliations, There is a section for your bio. Your mobile phone, office phone. If your office has a fax number, you're welcome to put that here, or if you do, your email that you want displayed on all of your marketing pieces, and your website URL. If you're not sure what that is and you're using the KW command provided websites, that's actually going to be the consumer applet. So the last icon on the left-hand side, and near the top, it will be a hyperlink for you to grab. I'll show you a little bit later. Here you have your brokerage information. So this is your DBA logo for your specific office with your name, office phone number, office address, and your brokerage number, your license number. Next, you have your compliance pieces. So for your legal text, you can just type right into that field. If you're in a state where your legal footer needs to have a link, you can add link here. And that pops open a spot for your text and then the URL that you want that to go to. If you have a legal footer image for compliance, you can add that here. And then here you have your social media links. So these are going to be the actual link for your profiles. So if you're adding your Facebook profile, what you'll want to do is open an actual web browser and log in to facebook.com and then go to your profile. And then copy that link from the top. We found that most often your apps will not provide that link for you. Once you're done with that, you save, and now all of our updates will go to our marketing pieces. Now we're going to go back to our main page and we're just going to work our way down these applets. Again, we have additional trainings for each of these sections and how to use them in a more deep walkthrough. You can find those on our training calendar when we have those, or you can find them on our YouTube channel. We upload all of our class recordings to our YouTube channel so that you can watch them in your own time. Yes, back in the settings, it is optional to add those links. What those connect to is your consumer website. There's an option. So if there's a link in there, you'll have an option to have the pages go directly to your Facebook page or Instagram or any other account that you connect there. If you're not sure what each of these applets are, but you don't want to hover over them to find the one that you need, you can select the red KW in the upper left-hand corner, and that will pop out each of their names so that you can see them. Going to contacts, you have the option here to search either by first name, last name, email address, or anything. You have the option to filter through your contacts. So if you're looking for a specific group or someone specifically, you can search for all of these, leads only through all of your contacts, lead source. Once you create a filter, see, trying to show you some. Let's do that one. There we go. Once you create a filter and you have your list, under Smart View, you can create a specific Smart View for this tag. Then whenever you add this tag to any new contact, you can filter to find this entire list, and it will show any updates that you have. You do have the option to customize these columns. So there are a ton of options here, just like when we were customizing our home page. And then anything that we select, we can reorder and apply. And now we can see that section. You can change the view. So if you'd rather look at the contact card this way rather than the list, you can switch that here. Here, you can change the dropdown as to how many contacts you're looking at a time. As your database grows, obviously that might be more helpful for you. You have the option to manually add a contact. You have the option here to export a list or spreadsheet of all of your contacts, or as mailing labels, either for .csv format or PDF, depending on what you're needing. And then you also have the option here to import your database. There is a specific template that Command will accept. So if you have a list, you're going to want to download this template and transfer all of the information. We also will help you with this. So if you send us your command login information as well as the spreadsheet that you want reformatted and imported, we will help reformat that for you. And once we get approval on the information, we will import. We're going to move on now to tags. Not tags, tasks, sorry. Here is that section. Just like on our main homepage, we had that tasks section that we could see the follow-ups and reminders that we have set for ourselves. You have a full list here. So you can search for a specific task name. You can filter just like with our contacts. So if it's a phone call, task reminder, you can filter by a specific date range or when these tasks are due, or the priority level. So once you click on these contact names, you'll be sent to their contact card so that you can see fully what the reminder is. This section may look a little different if you're on a team, but either way, the assignee is going to be you if it's on your main tasks dashboard. It may just also have your team leader or rainmaker's name associated with it. The priority level here, your due date or status. Here you have a little checkbox. So if you're on this screen and you've completed the task, you can just mark that as complete and it will get rid of your reminder. The 3 dots, you have the option to edit the specific task. You can reschedule, so creating a new date, add a note to this contact card, or you can archive this task, which doesn't mark it as complete, but will get it off of your dashboard and pretend like it did not exist. You can also create a new task here. You would just associate contact. And then fill out the appropriate information for your reminder. You can also look at the tasks that you've completed, tasks that you've archived, or ones that are expired. We're going to move on now to smart plans. So these are your automatic drip campaigns that you can set up. So anything that you have in your library will show up here. You can click on the drop down and look at everything. So you manually add to this smart plan and it will send a simple email, delay 2 days, and then give you a reminder to call someone. So these are all ones that I have brought into my library or set up myself. So there is reminders. There can be a reminder smart plan specifically assigned to my own contact card. So this one says take 1 to 2 CE classes this month, and then delay 30 days. And then another, take this 1 to 2 CE classes this month, 5 days, send a thank you card to instructors. So really you can customize any of these. If you don't want to create one from scratch, you can go to library, and there are going to be many sections with different types of campaigns. And you'll see that there's a section with almost 1,700. So really you can find almost any sort of smart plan that's already created and other people have published so that you can customize for your own. So you'll see 36 touch, part 1. And so this walks you through 7 steps. It lasts 90 days and there's 3 touches. You can view the steps and it's going to send an email, delay 30 days, send an email, delay 30 days, send an email, delay 29 days, and then add to smart plan. And this is going to tell you to link it to another smart plan so that it just continues to have this plan. So you'll see part 1, part 2, part 3. So you'll be able to walk through that. If these are published in the library, they're free for you to use. There's no fee associated with smart plans unless you use one that includes automatic text messages being sent through Twilio. Then you would have to already have a Twilio subscription. But pulling them into your dashboard for smart plans, then all you would need to do is, let's say we want to use this one. We're just going to add smart plan. It's going to tell you if anything else needs to be linked. So any smart plans that you don't currently have access to. And then download. Now, when we go back to my smart plans, you'll have all of these that were needed. You can edit. So that will pop open your editing section. And the first step is to send a text message, and you'll see this box if you are not subscribed to Twilio so that you know. And you can either remove that step and then just move that on up. I picked a very long one, so we're just going to pretend that that moved all the way back up to the top so that we don't start with a delay. And then once you've made your edits here and customized this to be your own, you can save. Oop. We're just going to pretend. Again, I picked a long one. Sorry for that. Pretend that that's saved. And you do have the option to add contacts directly to this smart plan when you're done editing. So here you would just have that. Oof. Okay. And then as those smart plans start to go out, you'll get an eyeball with how many people are assigned to this smart plan. So you'll see for the copy of My Neighborhood Nurture, I have one person assigned to this smart plan. And if you click on the eyeball, it will show you who it is. You do have the option to select everyone on this smart plan and unsubscribe all if you're looking for that. You do have the option to make a copy of the smart plan. So let's say you want to utilize the same layout, but you want to customize it differently. You can make a copy. You have the option to publish a smart plan to the library for other people to utilize, or delete a smart plan. Going now to the referrals section. Here's your main dashboard. So anyone that has been added to your referral network, you can see them here. If you have any invites that you've sent, or if someone has sent you an invite to join their referral network, you'll see pending invites here. Any pending referrals. So any referrals that you have sent out or someone has sent you that has not been accepted yet, you'll be able to see that here. How many are received and how many are sent. Track referrals, that's going to bring you into all of these drop downs as well. We have a section for My Network. You do have a favorites option. So let's say this person is one of my go-to people because I have a lot of people relocating, or maybe I know people in the area and I want to send referrals to that specific partner. You can filter by favorites as well. So as your network grows, you can easily find those people in those high trafficked areas that you utilize often. If you want to track your referrals specifically, you can have active referrals, lost, expired, any that were rejected, or all of them. Here on the map is a good way to look for agents to send a referral to. So the further you zoom in to a desired area, you'll start to see these numbers pop up and people over here on the right-hand side. These are all representing, when it's filtered to production, these are all going to be closed units by a KW agent. So you can sort by specific names. Let's say I want to look for the person with the most closed units in this specific area. I can change that filter so that that person starts showing up. You can look at all of these statistics. As you zoom in, once you get below 50, you have the option to broadcast a referral. So all of these agents, if you wanted to broadcast, you can offer to send your referral information. They have a certain amount of time to accept the referral, their price specifics, or any notes that you have. It does want client information. However, for broadcasting, this information stays hidden until you have offered the referral and it has been accepted by one specific agent. It doesn't send your client's information publicly to everyone that you're broadcasting it to. You can also filter by market centers. So if you know someone that's getting their license and you want to refer them to their local market center so that they can talk to them and add to your downline potentially, you can search by market center, by city or zip code. This is how you can also find specific associates. So under market centers, you can search for associates. And then as you type someone, maybe you met them and you want to add them to your referral network, you can find them by name and then add them, or directly send a referral if you're ready to do that. We're going to jump now to opportunities. This is your pipeline for listings, buyers, and leases. Sorry for the slow loading. I don't know why it takes so long because I don't have any. But maybe that's why it's tripping up. All right, but then you have a ratio here, and once that loads, you'll be able to see the comparison of listing, buyers, and leases and where your business is. So if you're trying to focus on a specific area or grow a specific area for deals that you have, you'll be able to see where those ratios are. You'll be able to track your activity. Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know why this is loading. Not that it's exciting, because again, I don't have any in my pipeline, but looks a little odd. But you'll be able to track your activity within your opportunities, and any potential closings you have this month, you'll be able to keep track here. If you have deals that are in cultivate, appointment, active, or under contract in any of these sections, then those will stay here, and these little colored areas are going to have a number so that you can see how many opportunities are in each section. The closed section actually gets updated each month with your office's end of month transmittal reporting. So let's say you have some closed units in the month of October. Come the first couple days of November, this number is going to go back to 0, but you will be able to see them under all opportunities. Oh my goodness. Everything is taking forever. There we go. Under all opportunities, you'll be able to see anything that's got a specific closed date, you'll be able to keep track of those here and see any of your past deals. If you're on a team, you can also filter your pipeline, whether you're in the team profile or your personal. If you're on a team, some settings are set so that you can only create team opportunities. So you may only have that option, which is totally normal. So if you don't see just your name, don't freak out. You can create an opportunity here or go to your opportunity settings. We're going to move now to campaigns. I know I'm going through this real quick, guys, so I apologize. I just want to make sure we can touch on each of the applets. So here's your main dashboard. You'll be able to see connected channels, your connected accounts for either paid ads or social posts. There is a section here for quick posts. These are designed to be generic, but still relevant. So you don't have to do too much customization on these posts, but you can still have material to keep your social media presence going. And then there's also a tips and training section. So if you want to utilize some training to better utilize campaigns, you can see some training here. You do have a section here for keeping track of any payment information that you have for your campaigns. So your card information will populate here. If you have any remaining credits, it will show up here. You can add the payment method here. You also can get a report so you can see where your finances are going in regards to your advertisements. And you do have the option to export this as a spreadsheet. So let's say you're working with someone to help manage your budget, or you're trying to help, get information to your CPA for taxes, whatever it is, you can export this as well to help keep track of those. These are going to look somewhat similar depending on which section you're in. So for paid ads, you'll be able to see how many you posted in the last 7 days, 30 days, your month to date, year to date, or lifetime. And then based on whichever one of those you select, you'll be able to see how many people have looked at the ad and stayed looking at it for, longer than just scrolling past it. Leads that have come from those ads and how much money you've spent on them. Any ads that you've created, you'll be able to see down here, either under active, if they are an active ad that is running. If you have drafts, so things that you've made but not posted, you'll have those here. Anything that you've posted in the past or that you've archived. And you have each of those same sort of impressions and finances for each of the ads that you're running. And then the goal of each of the ads. So that's going to look very similar to emails that you've sent. The only difference is you're going to have recipients. So how many people received your email via email campaigns, how many people opened it, and how many people clicked on any links that were provided in the email. Same thing with how you can view that here, each status, the date that it was sent, how many people it was sent to, how many people opened it, how many people clicked on it. Here you can create email lists. So this will help for when you're creating your email campaigns to already have lists available. So let's say we wanted to create a list specifically for, let's see, what kind of tags do I have? Let's just keep using that K-score tag. And then any contacts that I have with that tag, I can select all, confirm, and now I have a new list with that contact. Let's say I have new, I want to upgrade my list. I can refilter by this tag. Confirm. Went a little too quick. Okay, find my tag. And then select all. If I had any new contacts with this tag, they will now be selected and confirm, and my contacts will be updated on that list. If you're sending direct mailers or postcards out, this is going to look, very similar to the last two dashboards. You're just going to have more specific information for your direct mail. Again, any leads that have come from these postcards, how many people have received it. Social post is going to look different than the others. So this gives you the option to look at a week or a month and see what you have posted. You also have a list view here. Anything that you've posted will reflect a little bit here. And then anything that you have coming up, you also have the option to create a social post. And then another section for these quick posts, just to help you schedule those if you wanted. Reports. Now, this is going to give you information on your database and how connected you are, when the last time you reached out was. For goals, you have the option to set your goals here, and that's going to walk you through setting those. And then as you have appointments, sorry, I got a little click happy again. As you, reach out and gather leads, add people to your database, set appointments, get people in agreements and then under contract and close units, it will keep track of where you're at throughout the year in accordance with your goal. You have a profit tracker, same thing down here for activities or conversion rates. You have all sorts of reports that you can pull here. So that can be pretty nifty depending on how involved you are with looking at where you're at. Lead routing. If you're on a team, this is going to be where your lead routing information is. You do have the option here to look at your email metrics. So see how many emails have been sent out, either through campaigns or smart plans. For each month, you also have the option to see if people have unsubscribed. It will tell you who they are and which smart plan or campaign they unsubscribed from. So I know we get a lot of questions on how people can find that information. You'll also get notified if someone unsubscribes, but keeping track of those, depending on how many emails you're sending out, could be tedious. So there's a report here per month that you can find as well. and then text and call reportage as well with your Twilio account. as well with your Twilio account. Moving on now to designs. This first page is going to look different for each person because these are the campaigns, or sorry, the designs that you have chosen to use. So initially this may be blank. You can search for a specific design that you've made. Hopefully you've named each of them. So like here, coming soon -01/W, that means nothing to me. So chances are I did not rename this. But this listing presentation, I changed to the client's last name / listing presentation, or LP. So based on the way I name all of my things, I know that this is something I created personally and renamed, so I can search for that throughout my database as my dashboard gets more full. You do have the option to filter by the type of design. So if you're looking for a social post that you've already created, but you don't remember what you called it, you can filter by that or any of these other ones, and anything that you've made with a social template is going to populate here for you. You can change the way that it's viewed as well in the right-hand corner. So if you'd rather look at this with edited date there rather than these tiles, you can do that. You create a design that's going to walk you through either selecting email, social, print, or video. So depending on what you choose here, it's going to take you to the corresponding editor. You also have the option to import a design. So if you do that, you're going to import a PDF here. And then once it imports, you'll be able to go in and edit there as well. Moving on now to listings. This section is going to be where you can pull in any listings that you have. You want to sync my MLS, and you can search for an address. We have seen that this can be a little bit iffy depending on the criteria. So what I'm looking for is not here, but if I were to search by MLS number, then that would be more exact. The listing I just tried to search for is already sold, so that's not going to be very helpful for pulling this up. But if you browse by MLS number, that's going to be more exact in finding your listing so that you can pull that in. And your consumer site. So this is the section for updating your website and app information. So if you have your site here, this hyperlink is your URL that I told you earlier you'd be able to find. And then any pages that have been created on your website. So you have an About Me page, Contact Us, and then I have two that are not published. You'll notice by the grayed out eyeball, but view with the green eyeball means that it is a live page. You have the option to edit or delete. Just be very careful. If you want to delete it, be sure that you are absolutely sure, because there is no undo button. So the page would have to be recreated. If you have landing pages, maybe you have a new listing that you want to advertise as a standalone page that is still connected to your consumer site, but is a standalone page. You can create that here. Your guide builder for buyers and sellers guides. This is connected to your consumer site and app for your clients when they're logged in to their account on your information. So you can customize these guides for your business. so that each of your clients will have access to this through their app. You can create collections and find listings similar to the MLS. So if you want to create a collection, you would just find, your specific ranges and information that are specific to a client. And then as you have information here, obviously I'm not filtering by location very well. And apply. Oop. Okay, we're gonna uncheck that and just look in Vancouver. There we go. And now any of these listings, obviously you may want to filter a little more to be more exact for your clients, but I can create a specific collection with all of these listings and then assign it to my specific contacts that are associated. Oh, I don't have my own app and I'm not registered, so that's why I have 0 contacts pulling up. But if you have leads with people that have registered on your app, you'll see those leads that are connected here. Because this is through the consumer platform, they have to have a login and password for your website or app, your specific app, in order for them to populate here. But then you can assign this specific collection to that contact and it will push it through to their app so they can look at it for any new listings that you have. Or that you found that you want them to see. I know we went through that pretty quickly. I tried to answer all of the questions as we went. Again, feel free. I'm going to drop our email address into the chat. There you go. That way you can email us if you have questions. We tried to upload all of our recordings of classes to our YouTube channel by the end of the day. So please allow time for processing if you want to rewatch this. We do have other recordings from previous weeks. So if you wanted to not necessarily watch this one, but still get the material, you can always have access to that or any other class. So if you go to YouTube and just search Scott Leroy Marketing, you'll find our whole channel. You'll see recent uploads, our quick tip videos, or you can also search for a specific topic to see if we have a class for it or a quick tip video to help walk through what you're experiencing. Again, you can also email us and we'll be more than happy to take a look at that for you as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week and hopefully we'll catch you next time.